Okay, back on this. So this lock tab's already locked over. This one here is not locked over, but I do know it's tight. So this one here will definitely keep it tight. This one here is right in the middle, doesn't do much. So that's the one you really need to fold over. Just grab your big long screwdriver here and go like that with it. But I'm going to need two hands to do that because the transmission's sliding around on me. Okay, get it up in the air a little bit. You come in here to your channel lock and squeeze it on down. Done. Gives you a nice good lock right up in there. Just fold it up on there like it's supposed to be, nice and easy. Okay, so here's our other parts. So we got our spring that goes on there. We got our ratchet gear, the kicker, and then we got the kicker ratchet itself right here. We have our key over here. Here's our new nut, and we need a lock tab. There's our lock tab right here. So some of these have two lock tabs, some only have one. This one here has only one lock, so you don't have to fold over the second one. So this one here is aftermarket, only got one key on it. The older Harley ones actually have two keys in them, so they got double the holding power. Alright, so put a little grease on this, a little grease in the bushing. You see how loose this is right now, which is loose, but that's about normal because they're held at an angle and they wear, so it's like everything on this tranny, it's used. And so this is a 50% used tranny, and it's going to only have about a third of life in it, because it's got the rusty acid etch bearing surfaces and stuff in it. And everything's just a little loose. You have to worry about it sticking though, that's good. You put these on too tight, they stick on you before they break in. That's not a good thing. I've done more than one of those where they stick. Too tight. That's how you know what too tight is. Okay, so put the key up where you can see it. You put this on. Now if you put more tension on your kicker spring, it puts more load on the gear and wears out the bushing quicker. Put your key in there. It's a flat, square, rectangular section key. So it doesn't matter which way it goes on, except the wide way has to go correctly. Stick that on there. Then hold out with your thumb and then put the other gear on top of that. Then you got to hold that. And I took my damn hammer and used it on the lathe. Oh, it's sliding on me now. So what I like to do is I take a little ball peen hammer, which is my big one though. Make sure it goes all the way down against the taper. It has to move the key a little bit to do that. Then you can put the lock tab on there where it belongs, right there. And it's on there. Then you go ahead and put your nut on there. There you go, that holds everything on. Next thing you gotta make sure is that the ratchet gear totally engages on the ratchet teeth before you tighten it. If you put the key in too far, it sticks through and it won't let the ratchet engage like it's supposed to. So you want that to go completely all the way in full engagement, like that. Once you know you got all the way full engagement, then you can tighten that nut down. And that should be like a 15/16 nut as I recall. Oh, it's 1 inch. The big one. There you go. Okay. Now you can lock this thing in gear if you want, just by rotating it. There you go. It's going to rotate this way, so rotate it that way. Now it's locked in gear right now. This is standard thread, not the reverse stuff. Let's see, use our small zip gun. Still has enough balls to strip it though. Okay, let's give it a couple zaps on there. Once it really doesn't want to move anymore, stop torquing on it. This one has a lot of torque, 230 foot-pounds, so you can round that nut off if you want to. Or not round it off, strip it out. Rounding's the outside, stripping's the inside. Okay, once it's on there, make sure your kicker works like it's supposed to, the ratchet. It does. So it does exactly what you want to do. So just double check everything, so make sure, see that's that ratchet noise you're hearing? I see it goes way past, see? Works good. Alright, so all that looks good. So now it's a matter of getting our throwout bearing ready to go in. So we got a new assembly over here. So we got the 3-piece bearing, the shield, and a new push rod. So all of this stuff goes in there. And then on our cover here, we got to put a new fork or lever, whatever you want to call this, inside here. This one here is actually broken if you look in there. So you have to deal with that. So more things to deal with. Okay, so initially we're just going to get this push rod set up here, see what we got. Now they make two different push rods for this training. The early push rod and the early throwout and the late throwout bearing. So this is the 74 and later, if you can read the number on that. So this one here has the 2 square flats on there, matches this. And this one actually fits on there pretty tight, which is nice. So that goes on there like that. There it goes. That's a good one. That's a nice fit. So your throwout bearing goes on top of that. So that's what you're looking for. The earlier one doesn't have that on there, it's just tapered. Alright, interruptions. We'll be back.